What's up, my party people? It's your boy Darshaun Smith back again for another episode of the Positivity Hour. I'm your host, like I said, Darshaun Smith, aka the Positivity God, or exclusively known on this podcast as your homie Big D. I don't know, real life D Money, whatever you want to call me. Just be nice with it, okay? Because today, we're talking about the importance of presentation, okay? So let's hop into it right after the intro, and let's get this money. Woo! All right, now that we're back, let's actually get this bread. Okay, you probably just heard the ad. I'm just messing with you. For those of you on YouTube, you're like, wow, he plays an ad right there. I'm like, yes, I actually do. I really do enjoy this Anchor app because it was presented to me in a way in which was very professional. It was presented to me in a way in which it was real easy to set up and distribute my podcast, and a way for me to low-key monetize it at a beginning stage. So that right there, we're only a minute in, is your first example of the importance of presentation. In this case, Anchor's presentation got them my business. So with all that being said, let's get even more into this world, okay? As you know, with these podcast episodes, I always start with, how I've been since the last time you've seen me, okay? And the last time you've seen me was exactly a week ago. So far, I'm still on a streak of posting these every Sunday at noon. And currently, I'm on a 2-week streak of starting to record these at 9 o'clock instead of 6 a.m. Marching band's a bit rough recently, y'all. And I don't know. I got back in at like 3 a.m. last night, so I had to, sleep in a little, you know what I'm saying? But outside of that, I'm pretty good. School's a grind. My research is a grind. Everything's a grind. Personal life is a grind. Work life is a grind. It's a grind, you know what I'm saying? It's a constant grind that's relentless and does not yield to anyone. It's not for the weak, okay? And if you weak, get gone, okay? Because you probably would have been gone, okay? I've been doing this for 4 years now, but this year especially has been challenging. But it's okay because I've had the importance of presentation and other concepts in which, we will continue to talk about in this podcast that have kept me going. So with all that being said, 2 minutes and 30 seconds in, let's get this bread, okay? Let's get to the topic. Today, I really don't have any talking points. I really am just going to give you some good quality examples of showing you why, the importance of presentation is key. My first example with the Anchor app can be, overlaid or transitioned or whatever you want to say is the word to any other aspect. In this case, I was talking about Spotify, in which, you might be listening to this podcast on. Shout out to everyone listening on Spotify. Spotify owns Anchor, and I like Spotify. I pay for their, premium subscription, okay? Because, college kid discount. We lit. And because of that, they have the same graphics, the same user interface that is nice and makes sense, and it's presented in a way in which it makes it feel like you can do it too. And as I say to most people in the real world who say oh, Darshaun, you're an exceptional person, or Darshaun, you're amazing, or whatever they say, okay? I just say, man, I'm a normal dude doing extraordinary things. That's all it is, okay? And that's what I feel Anchor is, okay? Like I said, it made me feel normal enough, but it gave me the tools to do the extraordinary thing, you know what I'm saying? So that alone right there is great presentation, okay? Another thing for presentation, a way to get business out here is to outlast your opponents, we'll say, okay? But to still do it at the equally high level as operating during normal business hours. In this case, I'm speaking about what happened when we got off the chartered buses last night. And we're all like, oh, we hungry. What we gonna do, y'all? We're going to McDonald's, okay? So the golden rings, okay? McDonald's presentation, at least in Iowa City, Iowa, same thing with Poncheros, same thing with their little restaurant called DP Dough, is that they provide you quality service if not 24/7, way more hours than just like 8 to 5, okay? And it's the same quality service. It is the same experience, just at a adjusted hour for those people who want some food, at 3 a.m. And that is why they got some business. But let's move away from the money side of things, okay? Like Wu-Tang said, okay, cash rules everything around me. And that is very true. Like these little pigs back here. For those of you who are watching, I finally changed my setup a little, and you can kind of see there's some pigs back there now, and a hippo. Well, this is the pig. The hippo is right here. Side note. But like I said, even with those, okay, we're gonna stick with the business real quick. Okay. Yes, those are dog toys, but they were presented in a way I just had to buy it. That's how you get business. But like I said, we're moving on to a personal level, okay? I don't mean like myself per se, but I mean like when talking to humans, okay? Think like getting a job. Think first impressions, meeting your wife, okay? Your boyfriend, your academic advisor, your, parents after they haven't seen you in a while, okay? Presentation is key. Literally from how you dress yourself, that's important, okay? How you style your hair, that's important, okay? How you smell, okay? These are all things that I don't think people really are taking into account in their daily lives, at least like how I see. And most importantly, this is something I think I still work on the most nowadays, is both how you write and how you speak. These, I don't know how many it was, 5 or 6 things I just said are very important in life, and they encompass the business side of things I was just talking about earlier. If you speak well and know how to use words and manipulate language in a way, you can persuade and convince anyone to do just about anything consensually. You know what I'm saying? It's making, like I said, Anchor in this case, believe that I can do a podcast too. Okay, and that's how they got my money. Their language was very nice. They presented it in a way in which was, open to my imagination, and it's captivating, So with all that being said, like I said, it comes down to like what you're wearing, okay? I do a thing called Dress Up Monday, okay? Every Monday I try to wear something nice, okay? Some hard bottom shoes, a button up shirt, belt, it could be a polo. It could be even just some nicer clothes I have, like a nice shirt I've never worn, like a t-shirt that has something on it. I'm not saying I walk around with like Gucci or like Balenciaga, but like, I don't know, Darshaun's poor equivalent. Because like I said, the only designer thing I'd ever personally buy is some glasses, because then I could wear it every day. So, or a wallet. I want a designer wallet and glasses. Those are the only 2 things I want in life. Designer, okay? Everything else, I'm being normal. I like my Impala, okay? Don't get it twisted. I'm trying to get all the Lamborghinis too, because the presentation on those says something about what you value, okay? You thought I was going off on a tangent that didn't matter, okay? No, I'm structured with it. Everything I do here is purposeful, and I don't think y'all are understanding the importance of presentation. When you own a Lamborghini, when you own a Bugatti, when you own a Porsche 918 Spider, which is like my creme de la creme dream car, in which there was just a silver 918 Spider with a Iowa, like Lynn County license plate in Cedar Rapids the other day, $2 million car, more or less, and there's a certain, way of life associated around these things, certain expectation, but of your presentation, these people, they tend to do this or that, what I'm saying? I'm not saying you need to fit within a bubble. That's not what I'm saying about at all. I'm just emphasizing that in these cases, the types of people you hang around, will seek a certain presentation. How do we carry ourselves? Do we talk to certain people in certain ways? How do we shake a hand? Okay, like I said, the first impression thing. When you're trying to make new business with people, when you're trying to meet people, like I said, whether it be your wife, okay, whether it be your husband, or whether it be your long lost cousin, okay, presentation is key, y'all, and I don't think I can express that any more than I have here today. So with all that being said, make sure you like this video, like this video, okay? Make sure you follow this podcast, follow this podcast, or do the opposite, unfollow. give me a harsh comment or something in the comment section below, and we'll go from there. I'll give y'all the default outro now. Make sure you like, subscribe, unsubscribe, hate, comment, follow, unfollow, share, report. I don't care what you do, because it's all about that presentation. And I think today, with my camera setup and my lighting situation and even my interjection from my piggy, I think I've done a pretty good job today with my presentation, and I plan to do an even better job going forward, okay? Thank you for listening today. This has been the Positivity Hour by your host, Darshaun Smith, D-Money, a.k.a. The Positivity God on all social media and or Big D exclusively on this podcast. Dang, I forgot to do the Big D. But yeah, so with all that being said, we out, we lit. Gang, I got so much research and stuff to do today because I have to keep my presentation up, because if I show up and my advisor is like, you've done nothing, well, it's not even her fault, it's mine, and I'll be sad later when I have to, write more. So I'm out. I got stuff to do. We lit. I suck at ending. I never stop, and we lit. Gang, woo. Bing bong.